Hey dads, it's John checking in from Richmond, Virginia. I'm getting ready to box up a nutcracker, and I thought I would show you how I'm going to do this one. It's kind of a neat way to build a box. So, so we've been wrapping some Christmas presents. We're getting ready to head out of town. And this is the nutcracker. And let's see, the thing has got on the glass here. I apologize. I haven't done live in a little bit. So anyway, all right. So there's our nutcracker. First thing I'm going to do is put him in. This is from the nutcracker collection. Put him in plastic. Second thing is I found that one of my priority boxes. And he fits pretty good. Perfect height. So here's what I do is I take this box and I basically tape it shut. Okay. What the heck am I doing here? Shipping takes some time. All right, so I got my box taped shut. Would you say, well, what good is that? So then I cut my box in half. And that's going to be my bottom and my top of my box. So now I got a top and a bottom. Bam. So then I still got my guy here, right? So you imagine there we got top and the bottom. So I got to figure out my sides. So my sides are going to be out of cardboard. Whammo bammo. Hey Misha, how are you? Good to see you. Hanging out. I haven't been live lately. We had a funeral to go to up in Delaware this past weekend, and we're getting ready to head to Nashville. I'm getting my shipping done. All right, so then here's what I do on that is I kind of take my box and set it right there. So I'm looking at, that's about the height that I need for my box size. So I take me a little marker and mark it. It can be a little higher than what I need because it's going to be bubble wrap. All right, so do that. I've still got my little guy here. And I get these big sheets of the cardboard at Costco. Knew I was going to do that. Okay, so now I got my side here. So I take this and kind of figure out my box deal. Folding around. I really don't have to keep moving it every time, but so theoretically, this is my box for my guy. And then I take my little bubble wrappy. Hey Destiny, how are you? I'm just hanging out. I'm packing one of my nutcrackers here. Here's my guy. It's a policeman. And I think I gave an update on kind of, we had 30 nutcrackers and we basically sold about 26 of them. And I gave her over $200. She was very happy. And then I haven't really committed to taking any more until after I get back from Thanksgiving. And I'm on a kind of a buying freeze at my house. I've got so much inventory at home and clutter. I'm just trying to get rid of that. Okay, so then I take my little nutcracker here. I'm really not super worried about the bottom because that's like put them in there. Put my top on here. That looks pretty cool. It's got a little jiggle. I think it's top to bottom, so I'm going to take a little bit more. Oh, wait a second. I got some. Where am I? Some air bubbles here. I'll just stick a couple of these air bubbles in the top. All right, so there's that. So then you're like, okay, so there's my kind of my box. It's not super neat, but then I will super neaten it up. I'm going to do a second layer. Keep forgetting I'm on the video. So I've already got that one fold in the box, so that's nothing special. And then I just take it and fold it around, whammo. And there's my box for my nutcracker. And I don't think anybody, knock on wood, I haven't had any shipping issues. My tape dispenser, one of the kids took it, and this is the little things that get me because it ends up, this does take time out of your day. Kendall was helping me wrap, if you can see in the background there, we were going to see Aunt Susie, and we got a bunch of presents wrapped for Christmas so we don't have to ship it. Because otherwise we'd have to ship to Kentucky. Probably, I'm kind of a little bit of a neat freak. You wouldn't suspect it with my house, but I kind of like my boxes looking halfway decent. It doesn't open up questions, you know, if it's shipped neat. So I didn't have a lot to ship today. I had this, I had the nutcracker. I had a Christmas lights. The last bit of my my Christmas lights from last year. I mean, that thing, you know, for what's going to Postal Service is going through. So there's my package. That's package number 1 today. Package number 2. And then I have a CPAP supply. That is just a the mass boot or whatever. And I'll put that in one of my small shipping supply boxes, fold it up nice and neat. I used to ship those in padded envelopes, but since I got these free boxes and it fits it perfect, oh, I can't use that priority on there. That's a no-no. So thank y'all for popping in and hanging out. So yeah, I go to Costco whenever I can, pop in and eat some snacks, you know, in the samplers, and then go around and just find the cardboard flats that are between the food and all that are, you know, on the pallets that they're going to throw away. And I'll come out with about 5 or 6 sheets of big cardboard, and then I can cut them down and make boxes. So I probably do this method at least once or twice. No, probably about 4 times a month. Trimming that down just a little bit. It's sticking out. All right, then I'm going to go over and weigh them. So just bear with me, hang out. I'm just going to keep this running. You guys, it's kind of like a working hangout. So I'll put the link in if anybody wants to just pop in and hang out. I'll probably work for the next couple, about an hour or so. If anybody else wants to pop in, they are welcome too. So the bubble wrap I get out of the dumpster at the furniture store. And whenever I'm running, you know, every time a sofa or something comes in, there's bubble wrap. So I will take that out of the dumpster at the furniture store. And I know if you're a reseller, you get spoiled on the shipping cost compared to what a normal shipping is. So my scale is in the kitchen. It probably needs to be moved to the eBay room, but Mama Bear, Caroline, my wife, is been putting up with me long enough with all my mess, and we're really pushing to kind of get everything cleaned out. So if you have a 7.5 by 7.5 box, it's fair to say one measurement is 7 and one is 8. All right, so I'm saying 7, 8 by 17. And this one's square. This is 7, 7 by 11. And at this point, some of these I'm just trying to get out. Just to get them out, and I'm getting ready to switch my shipping time since I'm going to be out of town for a couple days. And excuse me, my doorbell. This is the Nutcracker. Okay. Dad? Yes, Kendall.
Are you doing a video?
I am, but you go see who's at the door. Okay. And then I'm weighing these packages and printing labels, okay? I'll be back in a sec.
Dad.
What?
Someone needs to talk with you.
All right, hold on.
Oh. Dad, you gotta go.
All right, well, hold on. All right, you know where my phone is? Right here.
No, but Dad, go.
All right, you be careful. You're live, okay? So you can talk, maybe be appropriate, okay?
Okay, Dad, someone's at the door.
All right, hold on. Do not do those bubbles. I'll stay out of the grass. Okay, all right, no problem. Nope. Yep, that's fine. I'll tell them. No problem. No, that's no problem with me. Okay. Cooper Brady, come here, please. You got it? All right, just stay in our yard so we don't mess up the grass over there, okay? I know, but it's like kind of muddy. You don't want to tear up your yard, okay? Okay. It's not ours. It's his yard. All right. The line is where the trees are. Okay. All right, do not pass that line. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Why? What was the worry?
What?
Why? Why didn't they want to pass it?
All right, we're back. The boys were outside. We're still hanging. Hey, everybody. All right, so the update is our front yard we've got our front yard, and it kind of overlaps into the neighbor's lot. And the boys are always out there playing, and it's kind of wet a little bit, and he is worried about the boys tearing up his yard. Well, rightfully so. They're not supposed to be playing in that yard. If he asks not to play in his yard, don't play in his yard. So of course the boys are all getting wound up because that's their football field. So I just have to laugh, do one of those things. All right, so I'm trying to get on here. I got to get log on to eBay. I am trying to figure out, I know that when you're active in your eBay store, they like it. So I'm getting ready to head out of town. So I'm going to take some DVDs that are just junk DVDs. This is a little trick. I don't know if this is appropriate to do, but let's say you have a $5 DVD, and it's probably not even going to sell anyway. And that's not your wheelhouse. You want to have something that's profitable, at least $10 or more anyway. DVDs are easy to list. You scan it. It shows you that, it's going to sell for $2.80. In order to get an active listing, sometimes I will post scan it, take a picture, quick picture, and post a DVD for like $22 just to get an active listing up for the day. Is that right to do? I don't know. And if somebody wants to pay $22 for that listing, they're welcome to it. But that kind of keeps activity in my store on days where I'm not actively listing. I don't know. Do you guys think is that appropriate to do? All right, somebody write print labels here. And I always just ask, I always send them when I'm logging in. I always ask them to send me a code every time on my phone. Yeah, things are slow. Last 7 days, I've only had $173 in sales. I'm not complaining because I'm not feeding the beast like I should. So, and that being said, that's not my only stream. I've got probably maybe $300 or $400 in just marketplace this week. So that adds up too. I like that too because that's like out. Don't have to worry about shipping. It's done. So we're going to head, Caroline had to work her 2 days at school. The kids are out. So they're leaving tomorrow with their grandparents to start heading out to the mountains. We're going to do a little mountain ride on Wednesday, and then we're headed to Nashville for a couple days. So that'll be exciting, fun, good family time. All right, so in your listings, so you always do your bottom to top because your bottom was your oldest sale. I'm printing that police nutcracker. She's new. She has 0 feedback, but I'm trusting her, and it's shipping up to Sackett's Harbor, New York, which is probably, the New Yorkers are really kind of loyal firemen and police, so that's kind of inaccurate, I would say. So I don't really have any questions on that. All right, it's showing shipping of $765. The buyer paid $945, and let's see, I had put in 2 pounds, and I'm actually at 215, almost 3 pounds. So let's see what it comes up to. And my dimensions are 7 by 8 by 17. And this one I might have wished I had put it on basic, not priority tape on there. Oh, it's not bad. It's only $809. So the buyer paid $945, and I'm paying $809 in shipping. So I will purchase that label. And open label. My computer is running slow. The other thing I'm going to probably take with me on the trip that I haven't listed for a year are some ties I've got to do. All right, that one's rolling. Now I'm back to the next one. Let's see, Nutcracker's done. So I go back to my eBay selling. Yeah, I've heard Nashville's kind of a little bit pricey. We're gonna the Thursday is our one day of nice weather supposedly, so we'll probably do something outdoors, and then we're gonna eat it like oh, that sounds like Facebook updates there. Oh yeah, I have to get to those. Let me finish this shipping stuff. And then we'll probably eat like a Cracker Barrel or something for Thanksgiving, which is perfect because I'm over the big food. Okay, so for the light, I was just trying to get it out. It was the flat, no shipping. I estimated 2 pound shipping, which is going to be 1 pound 7. And it's 7/7/11. 7/7/11. One time I'll figure out how to do screen share, and then you guys can see this too. So let's see. On that package, it's shipping to Minneapolis, and it is $8.25. It sold for $16.85. I think I had about $1 in it. I've had it a year. I'm ready to clear it out. So probably after fees and all that, I'll make about $4. But it's out. It's not a good profit margin, but it's out. Open label. So I kind of try to print all my labels off, and then I match them up, make sure I can match them all up on the boxes. And I think there's only been for the, this is my fourth quarter. This is only the only one time that I've kind of mislabeled boxes. So that's kind of cool. Okay, and the last one is the spare part, which was the CPAP boot mask part. And that's basically just replacing somebody that had already knows what they want, and it's just a spare part. It was shipped to me by my insurance company incorrectly, and they told me just to throw it away. I can't throw it away. All right, print shipping label on that. It is sold for $18, $17.85 free ship. I had 3 ounces on it. It's going to be 4 ounces. And I had 7 by 4 by 4, and it's a 6 by 4 by 4 update. $2.60 shipping, 66-cent shipping. So that will be a $10 profit margin on that, and I'm trying to do at least $10. So moral of the story is that any of my listings that are $8, there's no way I'm going to make at least $10 on it. And so it's like kind of a no longer part of my business model, but it's still a listing. All right, printer's printing. I'll go back over here to the chat. It's like, who's still hanging out? Oh, we got 7 people. All right, let me go grab those. Hey, Aaron, how are you? Guess what? Your box of what's it called? Pokemon still sitting up there. Hadn't done anything with them. So I might run to my mailman, Daryl. His name's Daryl Green, man. He is an awesome mailman. He calls me Mr. Mac. My last name is McCormack. All right, so here's what I do. I match my stuff up. And of course, I would be doing this in batches if I had more than just 3 orders. So that's Nutcracker. And this is the Nutcracker. Okay, so first one. All right, so that is the blue LED light. Perfect. This is our awesome nutcracker. But what I was saying about Daryl is he'll pick stuff up, but if I'm out and about, I'd rather take this to him, and I'm going to get him a nice, like a gift card to Wawa or something, because he has saved me. He comes after 5 o'clock, so. All right, so there's it. My shipping is done for that. I used to save these labels and all that. I don't anymore. Just throw them away. Yeah, so I was going to tell you, I was going to get him a Wawa. I asked him, you want a Wawa gift card, Lowe's card, whatever. And I'll probably get him of about a $25 thing. Do I make that many shipments? Probably not, but he's going to be here for me for next year too. So what else I got going on? What else? So I had my mark. Oh, here, I'll tell you that. So this is kind of neat. I love telemarketers. I love messing with them. So this guy said I had qualified, and I qualified for reduced interest rates on my credit cards. And I love messing with those guys. So below 6% interest rate is perfect. So please press 1 to talk to a financial professional. So I press 1, and oh my gosh, answer to prayer. It's an Indian call center. I'm assuming it's Indian. I'm not trying to stereotype, but Indian call center. Oh, hey, Mr. Hey, or no, hey, hello, sir, because they don't know my name. They just know my number. It's not Mr. McCormick. I was like, oh, hello. I'm so glad you called. I've got an itchy nose. Hold on a second. I want this story to be good. So let me go blow this for a second. It always when I'm on live and I have an itchy nose, it always reminds me of Lindy Glenn, because she always has an itchy nose. It's funny. She's always itching her nose. So you've qualified for a reduced credit interest rate on your credit card. And I said, oh, great. Which credit card? I said, well, I have 14. So I start taking notes because my story kind of changes and all that. Well, how much debt do you have? I said, I have about $120,000. And well, which one is the most? And I said, oh, I think it's about $42,000 on the one card. Well, which card is that? Is it Visa, MasterCard, or Discover or American Express? I said, no, it's a Farmers Insurance credit card. Farmers Insurance, which one is that? MasterCard, Visa? And so anyway, I didn't keep him on for too long. It was like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And then he hung up on the Farmers Insurance credit card. I said, no, I don't want to do another credit card. And I think they have a word when you say no, that's just, they don't have command of the call anymore, and they just hang up. Because as soon as I said, no, I don't want to do the second credit card, I want to do the one with the $42,000 Farmers Insurance credit card. I love messing around with those telemarketers. So anyway, Mama Bear is at school. So I had listed some items. I about got that house cleared out that was from the friend at church. And she's out of town this week, and I was going to be out of town, but I've about got it all given away. And I listed it on a Buy Nothing site. And the Buy Nothing site had, you're supposed to list like within your neighborhood. And I know that, but also when I've got some good stuff to give away, I'd rather give it away to people in my neighborhood. And so they were interested in like the bed frame, some mirrors, some end tables, lamps. And when I got to start hauling it, 30 minutes, or it's about a 20-minute drive, I guess, from from the house to my house, and then coordinate meeting up, it's a little much. But we're about got the whole house emptied out, so that's kind of cool. and I'm debating on whether I want to head over there tonight. Maybe I want her to call me because you can only do so much texting back and forth. So I'm looking up. Oh, so anyway, Mama Bear, Caroline had to go to work 2 days. No students. The kids are off all week. They're probably going to head out early tomorrow morning with their grandparents. And then Caroline and I will head out probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've got about a 5-hour drive. We're stopping in Winchester or somewhere. We're doing this mountain ride, where they take you to the top of the mountain with bikes, and then you drift down the mountain. And then we'll head west from there to go to Nashville, and we're staying in Airbnb. I think I've already told y'all all this, but that'll be fun. Yeah, it's fun and exciting. So the other than we couldn't leave earlier, that would have been better. So we've almost got the one house cleaned out. The hoarder house, I'm not sure how much I shared with that, but that guy, he had a massive amount of stuff in his yard. And our church kind of got involved in trying to help him out. And I went over there twice last week. And I guess on Thursday we went by, and I called the guy that was kind of helping coordinate it. And I said, I don't think he's ready to let go. He wouldn't even, he still get ideas on all the stuff. And this was one that basically would have probably taken about 5 or 6 roll-offs and major labor. And it was just no way that the church or any volunteer organization, being in a HOA neighborhood and only being able to bring in 1 trash can at a time, and it was the weekend, there was no way they were setting themselves up for failure, basically, because he basically has back against the wall on getting the yard cleaned out, or he was looking at $36,000 in fines because it's been a year. He's been dragging it out for a year. And so long story short, he ended up telling us, or the volunteers, that we were not welcome on his property to help him, and that he would take care of it. Well, he's not going to take care of it. It's been a year, and that's one of my rallying calls. Everybody, whatever you deal with, not to call Marcus out or Mr. Sadie or Destiny or whoever. Everybody's got one level. You've got some sort of mental illness, Glenn, whoever, you got mental illness, and whatever it is. And so we were trying to be really patient with them, but it just didn't happen. And so that was called off. They were going to get 1-800-GOT junk out there, and that would have been like at least 10 trucks. So I don't think they would have gotten it done, because they normally have, not to rag on their employees, but I think it's more like younger kids, and they don't super pack their trucks tight. And if you're talking about 5 or 6 roll-offs, you imagine how many got junk trucks they would have needed to get out there. And I think that estimate probably would have been in probably $5,000 to $6,000 for them to do the job. So it didn't happen. And you think about it, but it's kind of like, it kind of think about it. I'm frustrated for that guy, but it's just like, he's probably going to end up needing help, health-wise, and then his house is probably going to get condemned, and his stuff's going to be hauled off anyway. So I don't, And then my wife asked me about, well, what about all of our stuff? Do you feel like a little touch of what he had, you have? And I said, yeah, I got some stuff, but I'm also not $36,000 hanging over my head if I don't get it cleaned out by the 27th, which that is, what is today, the 25th? So that's Wednesday. He's not, there's no way he's going to have it done. It's been years for him to build up. So that was the story on that one. What's the other one? Connie, my neighbor, she's the yard sale lady that I've been helping clean out some furniture. That one hasn't been as profitable, but it's good experience with just kind of helping her out. And that's leading to a couple other new clients, or what I call new clients. So one that has a possible cigar box collection, and has some painting. So we're kind of diving into some things that I have a little bit of experience on. Like I've got experience in them, but we'll figure it out on that. So that's kind of my I'm excited about helping people clean out their houses. If I can pick up like 2 a month, and make them profitable, I think that'll be good. I just got to stay, everything's got to be in movement. I'm going through stuff now. We got our quote to do flooring, but I haven't seen it, the broken down quote. It's too much. Although Caroline's been waiting for a new floor for probably 12 years. No, 10 years. Well, since I had a handyman business, no problem. I would take care of the floors, and I haven't taken care of them yet. So she's a great wife, but she's got realistic expectations. Realistic expectations on dealing with me and my cheapness and all that. So hey, Myra, hoot. And I think, did I say hi to Rob and Lisa? They've been doing a lot. If you guys haven't been on there, just a couple of pickers. They're on almost every day. That might be a neat show, honestly, is what's your twang, or what do you say your mental illness is? And I don't want to like speak it into existence, but also just in being realistic, I think we all have some, mine, I have trouble throwing things away. I want to find a use for them, a project for them. And when I went over that guy's house, what I realized is to try to give him a little comfort is I said, hey man, you're great at finding stuff, and you'll find more stuff later, and it's just like me. I'm great at finding stuff, but I'm not doing myself any favors when I'm just cluttering up my house. It's not helping me one bit. Cluttering up my house. I'm trying to get over to my other chat here. How do I get rid? I need to get this. Oh my gosh, how do I have 2 live streams? I've got a live stream that I got to get off of. Yeah, my computer is super slow. All right, so y'all can relate to the having a supportive spouses and all that. I mean, mine's gold medal, vacation. She always, she said, our marriage is on the rocks if you ever come home and you see a roll off in the front driveway, because she basically has said she'd just throw it all in the dumpster. And I said, you better go through it, because I hide money everywhere. Not a lot of money, but oh my gosh, I've got to take my computer into the. Maybe I'll drop that off when we're away. See if they can work on it while I'm gone. So. All right, so that was that one. You're always going out and finding stuff and all that. I got to hold on. It's a blessing blocker. Oh, there's Koopa. $38. Hey, or 38 minutes. You got to stay out of that guy's yard. Okay. So.
It's
what?
It's dumb.
You want to buy his lot?
Huh?
You want to buy his yard?
Well, how much did you sell it for?
What is an acre? It's not even an acre. I don't know. You probably could get it for about $4,000, maybe.
For that yard?
Yeah.
They didn't even say their care of it. Nah, you nuts.
Did you hear, Cooper?
I'm just going there, y'all.
Buy that lot, and then you'll have to take care of it and mow it. That's funny. So, hey, wait. Don't get on your device. Because you said you were going to Granddaddy's to help him?
Yeah, I already did.
All right, so we're going to go to the post office and drop the mail off.
I'm not doing
Well, go tell Kendall.
Bye again.
Oh, see, now they're leaving.
What time's the post office closed?
5 o'clock. And it's probably just going to be a drop off. I could get those to Daryl, but I'd probably need to take them by, honestly. All right, sorry I'm so boring, guys. What other news? I still have to send my broken cell phone in. I need to focus on doing that tonight. I need to go buy the storage unit and get the seeds. I've got some garden seeds I've got to take out to Nashville to pass on to my cousin's school. So that's cool. And what else? The band. Oh, did you guys? I showed you the my marching band uniforms. I don't know why that. It's showing like I've got two lives going on. One's like a black screen. So anyway, those marching band uniforms, I sold 4 of those, and they shipped to a record company out in LA, and they're using them to do a video. So they sent me a FedEx label that like 2-day air or whatever, and they got there last Friday, and they're going to send me a link, I guess, when the video drops. And that was a good little flip. So that was that's the last one that I have, and that one's tight on that dress form that I have from Land's End, but it kind of spruces up our messy little dining room. So that's that's what we got going on. So I'm seeing what else you guys are saying here. Let's see. What is the video about that they're going to be in? I don't know. It's going to be some sort of music video, I think. So I thought I had originally, when I saw them, I bid on a couple lots. I got them very reasonable. And I thought they would be great for like a Nutcracker production or whatever. And I sold through, I had, what did I shipped? I basically sold the guy 4 at full price, and then I shipped him 6. So he got a total of 6 for the price of 4. And I had a total of 10, and I sold a couple singles. So knock on wood, everybody's been happy with them. I think they're price fair. They were Fairhoffs, I think, which is a Iowa company, professionally made, very, very heavy duty and all that. So that was kind of cool. Man, my video, hopefully video quality is a little better than what's showing up on my screen, because it's really out of focus. So thank y'all, the 2 that did thumbs up too. I appreciate it. I still don't understand all the dynamics of YouTube, and I'm finally figuring out. Myra had shared a little bit on how to share your videos, and I actually did that, I think, with somebody. So that's kind of cool that you can do that. And I think it's easier to do on your phone because you have all your contacts there. But so what else I want to tell you all about? Oh, one of the houses I cleaned out, it had a little record player, and I was playing some old vintage Bing Crosby records. And that might, I don't know what the copyright would be on playing that on a YouTube video. And some of the big orchestra bands, music and all that. So
You're blurry.
I know I'm blurry. That's what I was saying. See, it's clear there. Property taxes. I don't. All I know is they're rolled over into your mortgage if you have a mortgage. And that's one of the biggest ripoffs, in my opinion, because basically the mortgage company can keep your money, because you only have to pay your property tax once a year, but they take your money every month and kind of bank it, and that's the way they can make some interest on it. So hopefully you're not behind, Myra, or you can get some advice. I found a lot of times if you just call if you've got some questions, not that you totally trust the answer, but if you call the tax people and are just super nice to them, a lot of times, they're pretty nice back. And I know I had a boat that I was being taxed on, or it's a jet ski that I hadn't used in probably 5 years that needs to really be handled gone to the dump. And they adjusted my taxes on it. So that was nice. That was down in North Carolina, though. So the update on the Nutcracker, I basically had taken 30 Nutcrackers out of her shed, varying sizes and all that. And we sold through probably about 25 of them, maybe give or take a plus or minus. And I was able to give her about over $200, and she was very happy with that. And I did take a cut out of for me. I took about $85, $90, I think it was, for my time. But that was, I went over there, I rearranged her shed a little bit, hauled them to the show. I had to clean them some, dust them off, had to reglue some parts on them. And then I did end up shipping. And then, I'm having the 2 or 3 that I listed on eBay, and then shipping and all that. So, but it was good. And she wants me to sell some more of her stuff. And I've got I just told her I wasn't ready for it until after Thanksgiving. I've got to really hit it hard. I haven't hit it hard. I was going to show you all. Oh, here we go. So the Nutcracker lady, she gave me, or she didn't give me, she said, hey, see if you can sell this. And it's something to do with Michelangelo back in the 70s. These coins were done, or these medallions were done. And she paid back in the day $50 for these. So it's like a fundraiser, probably. What was it? It's got a date of 1964. They've actually got these listed on eBay for like 100 and something. The scrap price is like 2.1 ounces, is just under $25. But she gave me 2 of these to basically see if I could make more than $50. So the problem is she's already got in her head that she's made $50 on, or she spent $50 on these. And they came in a nice gift box. And I need to find somebody that's got the oh my gosh, what is the hey Joy, hey Steampunk, what oh, Worth Point, Juanita. I need to call Juanita Finita to do the check for me and all that. But that's kind of leading to more stuff for her. And like I've said before, her house, the Nutcracker lady, she's man, when I went over there, she's 82 years old, partially blind, nose, and she's out on a riding lawnmower, mowing the neighbor's yard, blowing the leaves into the gutter, and just she didn't even hit my car. So I guess she can see blobs and all that. But anyway, she's getting up there, and I don't think she's got any family. So when the day comes when she's not around anymore, I hate to say it, but probably somebody's going to pull a dumpster up and just dump her house. And I was thinking about my wife. We just went up to Delaware to my Uncle Bob's funeral, and he's got a lot of stuff in his house, and it's tough. I'm kind of realizing that nobody cares about your junk more than you do. And all the stuff I have, nobody else cares about it. I need to start getting rid of that stuff, cashing it in, making a little money for the family, because gosh darn it, Nobody else is going to take the time to get rid of it. They're going to just throw it away. I hate to say it, but that's what a lot of families do. And so, you got to choose your time, your battles, and all that. But I want to help Nancy out, the Nutcracker lady, because I think it's helping her out with her finances and her pets and all that. And like the Nutcrackers were an easy sale, at the show. So just checking the chat. I did put in if anybody wants to pop in real quick. You guys are welcome too. I'm gonna probably how much time have we had on this video? Yeah, probably about 10 minutes. I may have to hit the post office. I haven't decided. I might just give it to the mailman. Yeah, and I'm not sure. You don't make a lot of money, but it starts adding up. When I gave her that over $200 for vet bills, she was very appreciative of that, and nobody else was helping her. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but bottom line, most people could give a flying flip about you, about me, and unless you make an effort to develop a relationship, I'm not trying to be the difference clothing Joy show. Trying to, hey, all this stuff's rubbing off on me. Joy, you know how she does and all that. And so I'm the Virginia old guy trying to stay positive. But just like, man, just go out there and try to be a blessing, man. As Joy says, be the best you, man. You've got to make the decision to do that. Nobody else can do that. I mean, people can help you stay positive, but also they can help you be negative too. So you've got to decide to be the best you. And that's one thing that I can pat myself on the back on is sometimes I think I'd probably dive in and help some people that aren't ready to have the help, or and I can, get to give you an example. The hoarder guy, that was a good read, but he wasn't ready for the help. And then I've got another guy that I've got a couple of guys I'm doing prison ministry, even though they're out of prison. One guy, my buddy Lawrence, he's great, but he's having to relearn life after 40 years. And then another guy that's I think he's got some addiction issues and he won't admit it. And it shouldn't take you a year to get an ID. And so I'm big time pushing him right now on get an ID. Where's your ID? Have you gotten your ID? What's your excuse this week? But it's just like, I can't help you go get a job if you can't even go get an ID. Who's going to hire you if you don't even have an ID? So just popping into people's lives and realizing that we really probably have more in common than we have different. Your race, your creed, your color, your religious backgrounds. Even though we might have some different beliefs, we do kind of have similar family values and respect values. And you may not necessarily totally respect me or my family. But as long as you kind of let me do my thing and I let you do your thing, we probably have more respect for each other than we realize. Is that fair to say? And then also when you say, hey, how are you doing today? Make sure you're willing to listen to what they have to say instead of just, say, hey, how are you doing today? And they'll say, oh, it sucks, man. And then you don't want to sit there and invest in them. Don't ask them how they're doing if you're not willing to hear what they really, really have to say, because you may be the only one that will listen. So. Brady flipped out on the car on the way up to not give his sister a gumdrop, and Kendall would not give Brady a pencil to write with. And finally I had to. You did. I know you did. She's listening to my conversation upstairs. Another artist in town was asking me about if I had any display items that something I could rent or borrow from you. All right, I need to call her later. Oh man, he went like crazy in the car. He did not one ups, and I even had to drop a cuss word on him and say he better get his attitude under control, or I was going to be taking more away than ups. And then I also made him apologize to his mom for his behavior. And I know how you are with all that, but and I'm like, oh my gosh, and now he's a little just ball of muscle, and that's almost all I can do to handle him, man. In a year or two, I'm gonna have to be handling him some other way. So. All right, so Myra, what are you talking about? Yes, they verify upscale items. So if you buy a Coach purse, they verify it's real. All right, so you're talking, I came across a new platform called Real. It might be a good place to list those Italian pieces. All right. But it's a raising a family, man. Everybody's got their individual personalities and so Misha, I was just that kind of the same concept too. You see, like I had that, and let's say I want to ship that in like a padded flat rate envelope. Sometimes I'll just take some cardboard and wrap it around like that, and then kind of cut this cardboard off top and bottom to kind of fit in the envelope, and that kind of just gives it a little bit more padding, protection, and all that when you ship it. So just that little shipping secret. So yeah, so we've got to decide on too. I've got to figure out on my channel how much content Kendall's going to be able to put up. I guess with the new COPA rules and all that. She's really not. We're not really trying to get a kid audience, but we do realize that the kids can resell and pick and price and scan and sometimes they're better at yard sales than I am. They find stuff and see stuff that I don't even see. In the setup at the yard sale. So, all right, I'm looking at the time. It's 4:34 and I've got to run to the post office to be there at 5. And then I probably will stop by Wawa and see if Kathy, the lady that bought that piece of furniture before my show, I misplaced her phone number because my phone went out and I haven't been able to get back in touch with her. That's one thing in reselling and especially marketplace is you've got to be up on when somebody's ready to buy, get it to them as quickly as possible because every day is a new day for them to change their mind. And so that item's not sold until you've got cash in hand and the deal is done. And I'm learning that. So that's it. All right. So I thank y'all for popping in. If this was any value to you, I guess there's benefit to our channel to do a thumbs up. And occasionally, I know I'm not speaking thumbs down, but sometimes people pop in and do a thumbs down. But thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out and watching a little bit. Joy, thank you always for you investing your time in us, man. And Myra says, don't be a bum, hit that thumb. But Joy, I think everybody on this channel pops into your channel too, but Be the Difference Clothing. She always commits at least a half hour of her time daily into the YouTube community, reseller community, uplifting, self-employment, small business community. And so she's a good channel to always be popped into. And then a couple of sellers or the reseller husband and wife team, you guys can sub up to them and check them out. They're active every day too. So thanks for watching me hang. This originally was just a little crating up or policeman nutcracker, did a little bit of shipping, and then just filled you in on a little bit of things that we've got going on with Dad's Vintage Garage. My stats right now, eBay wise, I think I've got about 220 listings, just under 2,000 in sales for the last 60 days. So it's nothing spectacular, but what is spectacular is I know I can fix it. All I got to do is list it. And I haven't been listing. I've been overtaken by my mess, my clutter, and I've been distracted with my marketplace because it's quick cash. So, all right. Thank you. If we don't talk to you soon or see you guys, have a great Thanksgiving. It might be with blood family. It might be with neighbor family. It might be with your reseller family, but make sure you just, I guess, decide what's an energy giver to you, not an energy taker, but an energy giver, and just get plugged in and get recharged and recharge for next week, and let this be a great week to just hang out and be positive. So thank you. And I agree, Marcus, maybe I'll pop on tonight and we can do a little late night tonight. All right. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.